Hello guys, this is Revolution. So, the first episode of the promotional anime for Dragon Ball Heroes has aired. We got to see, at least somewhat, Super Saiyan 4 Goku vs Super Saiyan Blue Goku. There's been a very mixed reception concerning Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 1, simply because it wasn't that long and not a lot happened. However, personally, my expectations for this series was never that high. It's just a nice gap between the end of Dragon Ball Super and the movie for me, and any Dragon Ball materials welcome. Also, the first episode of any series has to spend some time in that very first episode laying the groundwork and painting the picture. Although with a runtime of only around 8.5 minutes, it couldn't really fit in a lot. That was my disappointment, that was so short. Other than that, I'm excited for what's to come, and guess what we have to come? Vegito Blue Kaioken versus the evil Saiyan Cumber. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. The monstrous power of the evil Saiyan Cumber, however you want to pronounce it, I really don't care. This Saiyan is going to be taking on not just Goku and Vegeta, but the Potara fused version of Goku and Vegeta, Vegito, not just Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito. And it appears that Cumber will be doing this in his base form. Now, if you had high expectations in terms of story development for Dragon Ball Heroes, more for you. This is just going to be a wacky promotional anime with some wacky over-the-top fan servicey moments. But like I said, just enjoy it. It's not the main series. However, I'm sure you are, just like me, hyped for this battle between Cumber and Vegito. So using Vegito, we're literally going to scale where Cumber is at in terms of raw power. Now, obviously, you've got to be able to discern the differences between Heroes and Dragon Ball Super, and obviously there might not be some things that necessarily correlate with each other, but we'll do our best just to get a general idea of how powerful Cumber is. Now, this is where it gets wacky, because Super Saiyan Blue Goku that you have just seen in Dragon Ball Heroes, we know has been stated to be at least a little bit stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. Now, forget Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Ball GT Goku. This Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku, who not only went through all the events of Dragon Ball Z, but he also went through the Dragon Ball Z movies, as well as Battle of Gods, and just like the canon Goku from Dragon Ball Super, achieved Super Saiyan God via the ritual. This happened in the Nintendo 3DS game, Dragon Ball Heroes Ultimate Mission 10. However, this is where the differences between Super Goku and Xeno Goku really start to manifest. In Dragon Ball Super, Goku absorbed the power of Super Saiyan God into his base, not the godly ki. When the ritual's power ran out, he lost the godly ki, but it's like he retained the muscle memory from that transformation and eventually absorbed that power, the power of that transformation, into his base. He then went to train with Whis alongside Vegeta on Beerus' planet and in Whis' staff, and learned how to utilize God Ki. However, he still maintained the power from the Super Saiyan God ritual in his base, even when using regular Ki, not godly Ki. And through training with Whis, he learned to use God Ki, which ultimately allowed him to use post-Battle of Gods, Super Saiyan God, and then ultimately Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God turning Super Saiyan. Xeno Goku, however, didn't train with Whis and didn't learn how to use God Ki. He then went through all the events of Dragon Ball GT and learned how to use Super Saiyan 4, which is ultimately a hybrid transformation between the Uzaru transformation and the Super Saiyan transformation. Take away the power levels from Dragon Ball GT, Super Saiyan 4 on its own in terms of multiplier of base is a very powerful transformation. I did make a video around a year ago now on why Super Saiyan 4 is far stronger than you think, and I came to the conclusion it's around a 400,000 times base multiplier based off cross-referencing certain sources. However, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that you saw in Dragon Ball Heroes Episode 1 is actually a post-Tournament of Power, post-Ultra Instinct Goku who's training with Whis trying to get his Ultra Instinct transformation back. And despite all this, he's only a little bit stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. But this is where it all gets a little bit warped. Xeno Goku is far more powerful than the likes of Xeno and the Grand Priest, based on feats we've seen in Dragon Ball Super. In the story mode in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, Saiyan Beyond God Super Saiyan 3 Goku takes on Demigra in the Crack of Time, which is a dimension above an infinite amount of 3 and 4 dimensional constructs. This is meaning that it's above the 4th dimension. And if you're in a dimension above the 4th dimension, guess where you are? You're in a 5th dimension. In Dragon Ball Heroes, the 4th dimension follows the ever as many worlds theories on multiverses, with an infinite amount of timelines springing off from an infinite amount of possibilities. In this fight, Saiyan Beyond God Super Saiyan 3 Goku fights alongside your created character who you play through the story mode with, and together you beat Demigra, who has been stated to be able to affect an infinite amount of timelines. Then of course we get to Xenoverse 2 and the characters become a lot more powerful. In this storyline we get to see a final form Mira, who is far more powerful than Demigra from Xenoverse 1, take on a pre-God of Destruction tournament Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now to get an idea on how powerful Mira is, when Mira was overloading and overcharging, Toa feared that she would die basically if she got caught in the explosion and threatened to run. Toa in this game has surpassed even Demigra from the previous game. She can travel through the crack of time, she can survive in a place without time and space. If anything, this is all very similar to the World of Void, a construct without time and space, filled with infinite nothingness, all terms used when theoretical physicists describe a theoretical 5th dimension. Mira, who's stronger than Toa, who's 5th dimensional herself, are no match for Super Saiyan Blue Goku in the game. Super Saiyan Blue Goku is easily 5th dimensional in terms of destructive capacity in this game. And no, that doesn't mean canon Super Saiyan Blue Goku from Dragon Ball Super was 5th dimensional. You really have to suspend your belief with the representation of Dragon Ball Super Goku in the games. Like the promotional anime of Dragon Ball Heroes, don't take it too seriously. So remember the Demigra from Xenoverse 1? Well, he fights Xeno Goku in his base in Dragon Ball Heroes and gets bludgeoned. He has to transform into a new, more powerful form and faces off against Xeno Goku. In this game, you're equipped with Super Saiyan. That's it for Xeno Goku. So you can technically say that Super Saiyan Goku, who was enough to beat this Super Demigra. In the game guides for Dragon Ball Heroes, it tells us that Demigra is going to affect the real world. Now, what they mean by the real world is where literally the real beat is from before he attempts to play the arcade game of Dragon Ball Heroes. This means that Demigra is not just affecting the multiversal reality that he is set in, he is affecting a dimension, a plane higher than that of the 5th dimension. We know there are 5th dimensional constructs in Dragon Ball Heroes. To go a dimension higher than that has to be a 6th dimension. That means that Super Saiyan Xeno Goku defeated a character that is a threat to even the 6th dimension. Xeno Goku in Super Saiyan alone, not even Super Saiyan 4, is 6th dimensional. Just by going Super Saiyan 4, Xeno Goku was literally threatening to destroy 3 and 4 dimensional constructs, not even fighting at full power, literally just using the transformation itself. So for a 6th dimensional being like Xeno Goku, this is the equivalent to him flexing his muscles and literally collapsing time as a Super Saiyan 4. As we know, the post-Tournament of Power Dragon Ball Heroes representation of Dragon Ball Super Goku goes to Prison Planet and fights Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And we know that Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku admits that this version of Super Saiyan Blue Goku, that is a representation of the Super Goku, is even stronger than his, meaning that Super Saiyan Blue Goku in Dragon Ball Heroes is 6th dimensional himself. Vegeta is also likely 6th dimensional and relative to Super Saiyan Blue Goku in power. They use Potara Fusion, potentially an A times B multiplier. Even if it isn't, even if you want to lowball it, it's still within the thousands. If Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku is complex multiversal himself, if he is a mid to high 6th dimensional being himself, that means Super Saiyan Blue Goku is. Vegito in Super Saiyan Blue is easily extremely high 6th dimensional, touching 7th dimensional possibly. But Ki has never been stated to have any dimensional capacity. It is a metaphysical energy. It doesn't necessarily have to have any boundaries in terms of dimensional destruction. Even in the main series, we've seen Goku's Ki energy go from just destroying 3-dimensional objects to eventually destroying his pocket time dimensions. So anybody that claims that this fictional metaphysical energy has a dimensional limit is just committing a fallacy. Well, guess what guys, this evil Saiyan Cumber literally fights against Vegito Blue and is getting the better of him. Vegito uses Blue Kaioken. To what degree we don't know. Most likely times 20, but we'll have to wait and see about that. This motherfucker Cumber slaps Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito and tosses him to the ground. In all fairness, Vegito does get some hits in as well as the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but this Cumber is in his base. Cumber has to be touching 7th dimensional. He is a monstrosity in terms of raw power. I cannot wait to see this guy fight. The crazy thing is Fu actually has this guy somewhat imprisoned. What kind of powers does he have? What kind of powers is he using to imprison Cumber and the rest of the warriors on Prison Planet? Cumber's power has been described as demonic. Could he have been the one to have killed Jiren's parents? Just kidding. Anyway, that's all for today. Cumber is a monster in terms of power. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please do smash that like button. Keep lending me your energy. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, Ad Astra.